I've done my job, ladies and gentlemen.
Excellent. Goo.
Good.
All right, Mike. Come on. It's been a week. I know you're stressed from the other day, but come on, hype yourself up. Let's get it going. In 3, 2, 1. When we last left our adventurers, it seems that they're on their way. They're on their way to complete their objective, to meet with the decaying carcass of the great Deku tree. At the moment, they seem to have ran into a little bit of a snag in their plan. One of our players' horses has gone missing. Or, well, missing is the better statement. Well, I can already. Currently, they're situated in a forest on their way over there. They've left the stable at 5 o'clock in the morning, and they've been traveling for the past 5 hours. At the moment, they're still a good ways away from the stable. Will they make it in time, or will something happen that will grab their attention more than what's going on now? I don't know, but what I do know is it's quite a rainy day. So with that, I like to see where they're going to go from there. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this may be our final session knowing them, or this may be the continuation of our session. Let's see where they go from there. I'm very excited to see how they play.
I'm going to throw you off a cliff.
Oh, you can certainly try.
You're gonna have to get there before we do.
So with that, we are going to enter. At the moment, all of you have just finished an encounter with the Yiga. Some of them have the majority of them have disappeared. However, there is one individual who seems to be a little worse for wear. Oran, I'd like you to roll me a Constitution saving throw. First roll of the night. Let's see how it goes.
19.
19. You were hit earlier with a bolt from one of the Yiga. It entered as it grazed your shoulder. Your vision went double for a moment, but you were able to shake it off for the moment. However, as you try and regain your senses and regain everything, you begin to lose your sense of balance. I'd like you to roll me a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
Do any of us notice her one or no?
Roll me perception checks, everybody. Not you, Minerva, you're fine.
Alright.
Nah, Minerva sees her from 15 miles away.
Six.
Hey,
Wow.
that one! Woo.
Nari, your mind is still a little clouded from the incident that happened before.
25.
Seeing your allies' predicament be so similar to yours, your mind's still trying to catch up with you. 25. Okay, so if you got above a 10, we were able to see it. What was Ezio, have you rolled yet?
Yeah, just give me a second. This is
And Shade, can you roll as well?
natural 20.
I got a 7.
Shade, at the moment,
That's
seeing
26.
everything that went down, you've seen the Yiga go before. You see the Yiga have used skullduggery mainly to try and make their ways through Hyrule, to mingle with the people, to make themselves seem as if they were there the whole time. Hiding in plain sight is their main tactic. However, the ambushing people is completely new to you. So, you're a little taken aback by that, right, so? Everybody got above a 10. you hear the very, very faint but distant sounds of someone fell on their ass. Minerva, you're still riding your high of dealing with the Yiga, but you hear that sound and you almost immediately turn around. Seems Aron's staring up into the sky. And Aron, the sky's turning a very, very great shade of green right now.
Hmm.
You slowly begin to lose feeling in your limbs. Your mind slowly begins to haze over. Stare up. What's everybody else doing?
Um,
Rush over to check on him.
And whenever you're the
Alright.
first one to say it, you rush over to go check up on them. As you do, Aran, you notice there's a lady with strange blue hair looking down on you. You can recall that you've seen this lady before, but what was her name? What was her name? What do you wish to do, Minerva?
Well, hey, check him over, try to figure out if he's been hit, and if so, where he's been hit.
Medicine check, please. What is everybody else up to at the moment?
checking the damage that from everything that just happened.
Investigation check, please.
22, Mike.
22. With a 22,
Say it again. You
looking
said
over.
investigation.
Investigation, please. Yes. As
Okay.
you look over your frame for a moment. You look over his frame for a moment. You've never really checked a man under his armor. It takes you a few minutes. However, you notice he was nicked under his left armpit, leaving a
Oh.
little green singe going across his armpit, and leaving a little wound right there.
God damn. All right. Nat 1 plus 1.
As you begin to investigate the area, the rain itself begins to roll in more and more, drowning anything in the area. At the moment, you can't find any tracks or any traces of them. Is anybody else doing anything?
I guess while everyone else is doing that, I'm going to try and see if the two horses we have left are still around and in good, and if they didn't get too spooked.
You look around for a moment with your previous perception check. You look around. You don't see your horses anywhere in sight.
Can I attempt to call my horse?
So, roll me a performance check.
After he does that, I'm gonna call out, asking if anyone has any way to deal with poison.
Whew. Well, I'm definitely getting all the bad ones. Right? That's a 3.
A little water gets down your throat. You begin to choke a little bit as you try to whistle. It gets down your windpipe. Start coughing a little bit, which is strange. You usually can breathe underwater. Huh.
Anyone able to deal with poison?
Poison?
Poison.
Yeah, he's been hit by one of the darts.
I'll go ahead and head over to Minerva's horse.
Go over.
Alright.
You see Aran kind of snow angeled out on the ground, just staring up into the sky.
You think he's you said you think he's poisoned?
What happened the last time Kyoji and I encountered these bastards? I'd say that's the best assumption.
And as you're looking over to them, Minerva, kind of gesture over towards him. His irises are about 4 times the normal size, covering almost the entirety of the what the fuck is that thing called around your eye? That's the colored part.
Iris.
Shit.
Iris.
Shit. No, then what's
So
the
you're
first
meaning
part?
the pupils?
Thank
people?
you. Sorry, my brain is currently fried like Oran's. So
Don't worry, I'm in the same boat as you.
the pupils are about 4 times the normal size, covering his iris at the moment.
If you have
Alright.
any way, if you have any way to deal with this, great.
know,
Otherwise, I'll
fine.
try to do it. Try to do what I can.
I'll give it a shot. Just where did you see? Do you have any idea where you got hit?
Point to that spot under his armpit.
Okay. With that, I'll try to go ahead and lay my hands on the area and cast Lesser Restoration.
I'd like you to. Okay, Nari, what's your spell? What's your spell attack bonus?
Spell attack bonus is a +8.
With this poison, lesser restoration ordinarily would not be able to suffice here. However, if you're able to beat a DC, I'd allow it to work for now.
Okay. What am I rolling then?
Roll me a spell attack.
That is a nat 20. 28.
Damn.
Whenever it
Every time. Might as well be greater at that point.
Like, can you say nice his mother's son at this point?
It's every time, ladies. Okay,
it's
I'll
always
pause right here. I'm breaking Angie my DM character right now. Oh my god.
Love
That's the second net. That's the third net 20.
Okay, I mean, I literally rolled a 1, a 2, and then 20.
What? See, Nari can count to 20. 1, 2, 20.
Every time you need, it's like, oh, you need a miracle for something to happen. Oh, all right, let's see what he's gonna get. He's probably not gonna get. He got what now? Is this? Are these how DMs feel when people get back to back fucking crits? And he's like, no,
It's impossible. You can't be this lucky. You can't.
The dice gods have spoken. Jesus.
When the
I
player
thought so
won't,
lucky.
when the player's a one-turn kill your BBAG.
If only I still had my
Oh,
PC
shit.
up for the Giga Chad camera screen, but I can't do it.
All right, Mike. So I'm channeling my mom. I'm channeling mom for this one.
Mom.
Real quick, Mike. Did you already saw when I sent DMs? Okay.
that's fine. God,
I think we broke him.
It's always I want to say core members, but it's always
no. The worst part
always
is no. There's 2 people who fucking broke the mold so far, and it's the people who've been literally fucked up the most. Ezio and fucking Nari. They broke the mold so many
Every
times.
time.
Okay, but my luck has been terrible lately. I think this is at least overdue.
Oh my god, give me one more fucking.
My luck looks like the luck is turning around for this old boy.
I don't think so.
Okay.
As Nari, as you go, you think back to the moments of your people, thinking back to everything, of how your mother used to be a healer at one point. You've never seen her heal, but for one thing, you don't know what to do. But as Azora will, you'll do your damnedest. No matter how long it takes, no matter what you'll do, you'll break the mold the best that you can.
I'm going to cry.
Popping
As
off
you go,
music.
you place
I'm
you
crying.
place
I'm the
two-
one doing it.
You place 2 hands onto his chest. You close your eyes and your head goes down, and as you do, the rain itself begins to pool down your scales, going down into your palms, pressing into his chest, and you notice that, well, those who are looking around them, you notice as the rain goes, it seems to create a little barrier as it goes and digs into his wound and begin to course through his body. He begins to convulse just for a little bit, until finally, little bits of green water begin to slowly trickle out of his wound. Good for you.
Just breathe. Steady your breathing.
Minerva,
It'll be over in a moment.
you've seen medicine done
Promise.
before, but you've never seen anything done like this. This is something beyond your skill level, and almost beyond your understanding. But you've seen him do greater, so it just takes a moment to let it all settle in. And while you're happy to see Iran be safe, you're a little jealous. Just a little bit. Like there's a hint of jealousy.
No, there is.
Other than that,
And speak to the medical professional of this group,
Ron.
but here you are.
you'll awaken in 5 minutes. During these 5 minutes, Shade, what are you up to? And Kyoji, what did you get on your survival check?
You didn't ask me to roll.
I did. I said roll survival. I was
You
fucking molding.
were cope, seething, and molding. It's okay.
I didn't hear them. Okay. Survival. Okay. 6.
At that moment, you go and try and look for a horse. You look down, you look to the ground, you see a horse track, and that's a horse track. Fuck. And your mind just kind of hyper focuses on the fact that Catastros is gone. It's gonna take a minute to go over this. And even then, that pain won't leave you ever.
There we go.
And that's what happens with you. You'll be doing that as you kind of search for the horses. You're a little ways from the group. Kind of just crouch down, look at one of the hoof prints, and just fuck. Again, Shade, what are you up to during all of this?
She's just gonna look around at everyone and kind of be like, I don't know these people, so I'm just gonna follow one of them, and ends up following, just like tagging along with Kyoji's character. Kind of follows, like, okay, I'm just gonna be my namesake and just follow you.
Okay. I'd like you to roll me a stealth check then.
Okay.
And Kyoji, no. In Kyoji, you roll me perception with disadvantage.
For perception? Okay.
Yes,
It doesn't matter if I
with
with my
disadvantage.
passive one, right? Okay.
Nope.
Okay, got it.
18 plus 7.
18 plus 7, 25.
Yeah.
Damn.
Ooh, I know I'm gonna fail this one.
The stealth is OP.
I fucking hate you, Shadow. I fucking
What?
hate you, Shadow.
That wasn't Shadow.
I didn't do
No.
anything.
No, I just saw the thing he sent me. I'm gonna show that at the end of the session. Fuck.
I
No,
mean,
I-
they already know
great.
because
I
I put
already
that in the
saw.
group chat.
I already
Oh,
saw.
okay, that's fucking great.
I made that, so yeah.
That's fucking great.
I had to correct him.
Yari.
He actually misspelled it the first time.
I
He showed-
misspelled it. I misspelled it, and then he
No,
just
that
gave me
would've-
the
no, that
spelling, and I
makes it
fixed
so,
it.
That makes it so much fucking better.
Send him the misspelled one.
We're going. Kyoji, what'd you get first? What'd you get for perception?
13 plus 9, so that would have been 22. Yeah, I fail.
As you go, your mind's kind of clouded for the moment. You're just looking over, and you hear just a little tree branch just crack. You look over to where it broke. No one's there, and you just a little on edge. You're just like, fuck. You just everything's just kind of going bad for you. Shade, you're currently just kind of stood behind a tree to the left of that. You threw a tree branch over to see if he'd get your attention. It's like he's a little on edge right now. Probably shouldn't approach him, but wonder why he's on edge. You don't know.
Shade's just gonna look over and call out, missing something? Or someone?
Yeah. I'm missing my horse. We're missing Link.
He's most likely not dead.
Dead or not, it doesn't change the fact we couldn't prevent him from being spirited away.
Things happen for reasons. Not always good. No matter that he's gone, you can still carry on.
That's true. It's part of the reason why we're still making a trip to a certain place. Right now I'm just trying to look for everyone else's horse. We have to get there fast. It feels like we need to. It's urgent.
Can I tell, like, if there's a direction in which the horse is most likely? Like, could I follow the tracks?
You are a folk hero. You've grown up with horses. Hell, you trained horses yourself. Roll me survival with advantage.
Hold on, my contact stopped working for a hot second.
Sorry, hearing my contact stop working. My mind immediately just went. Your vision just went. Just turns off.
I
Oh
kind
no,
of
there's some bars that were.
That in particular
17
blue
plus
screen.
3. 17 plus 3 is the best out of the advantage. So it'd be dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You've tracked horses before, and you track things in the rain. However, you tracked horses. You never tracked horses in the rain. This is a little new to you. You can see their hoof prints go off deeper into the forest, but that's about to the forest, a little to your left. Well, that's about it. You can choose to follow the trail if you wish.
Your horse went this way. Let's go.
That's not it. It's not just my horse, it's everyone else's.
Okay. The horses went this way. Let's go.
Right. Ugh. Yeah, you just follow.
Yeah, we're following the tracks.
So you make your ways over. As you do, I'd like you both to roll me perception checks. Aran, your vision would be slowly coming back to you, changing back to the normal hues, but your head is pounding at the moment.
Would I see anything besides that woman?
Well, you realize the woman's that redhead that was in your group. Why was her hair blue? What the hell's going on? What the
28.
hell was that? 28. And what'd you get?
6.
Shade, you're kind of grasping the vibe of that he's giving off, and you're just like, yeah, he's. How would Shay put it? How would Shay put it particularly? Depresso espresso.
More of get fucked.
He's,
His emotional state is get fucked.
he's more of in a get fucked type mood when you're in the mood of a get rupee type mood. So you just kind of hurriedly keep going forward. You kind of lose the trail for a second, but as you're kind of losing it for a second, Kyoji, you look over and you notice that there's currently 2 horses just kind of grazing together in like a little clearing in the forest. And with that, you notice that same little blue creature currently clutched on the underside of one of those horses. What do you wish to do?
I just continue my approach, just walking calmly as best as I can.
I'd like you to roll me an intimidation check then.
Alright.
Because try and be as calm as you can, but it may slip through. You're going to want to roll low on this one.
Intimidation. Cool. 0. Okay. Let's see. In before it's a big one. Ooh boy. Fuck. 12.
You try to be as calm as you can. You begin to make your way forward, but your footfalls just get a little bit heavier and heavier as you approach the creature. Your breathing doesn't get ragged. You're able to keep that in check. Your face, to your own understanding, it looks as neutral as you can carry it, but it's just your walk. It's just you're not in a good mood right now.
Okay.
What do you do as you approach?
There's only one of them, you said, right? The
2 horses. One.
No, not the.
2 horses that are grazing at the moment. That little creature that you noticed is currently clutched under one of the horses. Was it the weaker one?
Does it look like the one I saw before?
Same creature, yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. A lot closer to see how the horses are doing.
Seem to be grazing.
Grazing like they're right next to each other?
Eating grass.
Grazing, okay.
Drinking some water that falls into like little pools around the trees, little roots around the trees.
Okay.
Just grazing. Shade, kind of look over him. You kind of grasp yourself. And you notice the 2 horses as well. Is there anything you wish to do in particular? Logan?
Sorry, what?
As you kind of as you know, as you see Kyoji approach the horses, kind of regain your thought processes and see those two as well. A little blue creature hiding underneath one of the horses. You'd assume that's the weaker one. No. Assume, more like definitely that's the weaker one. Its frame is god awful. But with
Lovely.
that, what do you wish to do? Seem to be grazing, just idly grazing as Kyoji approached them. And you kind of look over to him. He looks a little miffed.
Hey, dumbass walking towards the horse. What's the blue thing on its stomach?
If you want to see a picture of it, I'll repost it, okay?
Okay.
You want me to wait until or to say my bit?
Go ahead and say your bit.
Here you go. It's in in-session text.
Kyoji just slightly turned his head to glance at Shade. It's the reason we're in this mess in the first place. It took control of my horse and ran. Since then, I lost it.
That is a Pokemon.
Indeed.
Yeah, we realized that
Are we
too.
counting that? Are we counting
It
that?
used confusion. It was super effective.
Is it now, Logan?
I was about to say something and then I realized I can't.
Go on. We're gonna throw a Pokeball at it. Go on. Make those jokes.
Type it to you, but I'm not saying it.
Oh, okay.
Please tell me it's not the biography about Vaporeon.
Jesus Christ.
The what?
God, the silence.
No, stop.
I
Nano,
don't know what
stop.
that is.
Stop.
Do
Stop.
not.
Stop.
I
We're
don't know what
leaving
that
it there. That's for the best.
Explain
Logan,
no further.
Logan, I don't know what that word means. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
You want me
Oh my
to
God.
I know the English
Yeah,
language. I
we
don't know.
mean, let's go!
You want me to wait a little bit?
Oh, okay, yeah, Logan, you're hitting me with educated words. I don't know what that educated word means. I know what it means now, though.
His brain very small right now. Brain very small.
My brain's pretty fucking
Yeah, my
large,
brain.
bro. My brain's not euphorically large. Anyway, continuing back though.
Let me sit down. Alright.
Continue.
So, what do you mean that's the reason this whole quest started?
When we set out, we heard thunder. The thunder scared that creature, subtly points at it, and in its fear, it tried to hide, and it took control of my horse, and ran. I tried to chase after, but in the end it didn't even matter. I lost them. So right now, I'm hoping we can find their horses. Everyone else's horses. And lo and behold, I found him. But glances at the creature hiding underneath. There's one of them once more.
Getting a little hard to hide that little bit of rage that's coming out of you, Kyoji. Just like it slips a little bit every time you look at that creature. Just your voice gets a little bit lower and a little bit just. And then there's one more. Just like, but it kind of overtakes you for a second. But you're able to catch yourself and kind of bring back just a little bit. Mike, why do you do that? That's the intimidation check. Anyway, don't let that. Keep going.
Right now, my concern is whether or not this creature will do the same thing to these horses if it's scared. I actually don't think I'm in a right mindset right now, as barely calm as I may look.
You don't look calm at all.
Yeah, why do you think I said barely?
Come back here.
Okay.
He walks over to Shade.
She just like pats him on the head and then passes by him. And calmly towards the horses.
Can I get a height check real quick?
6 feet. I'm 6 feet. Kyoji is my character.
Can I get a height
Shade is
check real quick?
5'8".
So you kind of like get on your tippy toes a little bit, like, and walk right by.
I just imagine the scene from Hazard Hotel all over again. Pat.
I haven't even
Do
seen
not
it.
get them started on that. We'll never be done. Moving on.
That's all I was gonna say.
Yes, but those words can still be triggers, so please.
No. It's great because I can see it. But we're gonna keep going.
Nick.
I know. Believe me, I know.
Listen, he's gonna be here in a moment, but we're gonna move. We're gonna move
Yeah,
on from that.
moving on. Let's try to make progress. Good.
My life.
Alright.
You come on, keep it going. You walk past. You begin to walk past them, and you approach the two horses and the little creature under them. Which horse do you wish to approach? The weaker-looking one or the more average one? The weaker one has a little blue creature under it.
I'm going to slowly approach the weaker looking one, crouching so that the creature can see.
As you go, you get over to it, and you just you go and like kind of crouch down like the balls of your feet and look down to the creature. And the creature, as it does, it seems to be its fur is standing on end, and its eyes are just like kind of darting from place to place. And then it darts over to you, and you just see little tiny claws come out of the paws and just kind of look over to you. It doesn't do anything right now.
Nick, thank you. Thank you for the advice.
I'm not good.
Shade kind of just like puts his hand by the sides of his head like, I'm not here to hurt. I know you're scared. Is there something I can do to help?
Animal handling, please.
Nine.
Kind of put your hands next to the side of your head and try and be as calm as you can be. And you notice as this goes, the creature's eyes get a little bit wider, and you notice that the little golden irises around it, there's the little bits around the golden irises, they get a slight green hue, and you see the claws begin to slowly dig into the creature, into this horse right now.
Okay,
Little bits of blood begin to come out. Just tiny bits, though.
Fucking Donnie, stop.
I'm
sorry. I also have a cat climbing on me currently.
Are they gonna claw your eyes out just like this creature's gonna do? I mean,
God damn it!
Hold on much longer.
Nick, I think we have bigger problems.
the cat's gonna eat your fucking PC.
No. I'm gonna just try to keep my voice as level as possible. You're okay. There's nothing wrong. You're safe. No one is going to hurt you.
Yet.
One more animal handling check for me, please.
Sir, shut up.
Wait, what check?
18 plus 3.
21.
So 21.
As you go, you try and be as calm as you can. The creature just kind of looks over to you and it continually just stares at you now.
Stuff on me, yeah? I'm gonna slowly reach my hand into like my bag and pull out some food.
You take into your bag and you dig into it for a second. You reach around for a moment. You're like, huh. No, that's an apple. No, that's half eaten. No, that's That's a 2-piece. That's a 2-week-old piece of cured meat. Gonna eat that soon. Keep digging and digging and digging, and then you're like, oh, here you go. And then you have a piece of meat that you were curing for like a few days. It's to you. It's in all right condition.
I'm
Would a
just
cat would a
too
cat
many
like
of them
view
now.
a creature like that? Would it eat it?
I don't know. I'm gonna offer it though.
Certainly try.
And cats do love meat.
Creature looks over to you, looks at the thing, and just kind of stares at you, then back at the little offering. Doesn't move.
I'm gonna set it in front of the creature and like take my hand back.
As you do, you set it down. She doesn't move. Still looking at you, looking at whatever that is, just stares
I don't know
back.
if you're a vegetarian, but that's the best I have on me at the moment. Are you a vegetarian? Would you like part of this apple?
And you see, stares at you.
Unfortunately, I am not here for consumption. If that's what you want. And neither is the horse. I kinda need it.
Oh my
I'm right.
god.
Up on the ledge. Okay.
God damn it.
It's fucking playing Splatoon in the background.
Okay, we're gonna ignore that. We're moving on. Creature just continues to stare at you. Kyoji, you've been watching this for a moment. Is there anything you wish to do? You remember that thing took your friend away. And they are nowhere in sight.
I'm just watching what Shay's doing, and I'm just like, I'm slowly growing more impatient as time. I don't know how long it's passing right now, but it's just like, I'm just trying not to move, but it's just.
Been about 2-3 minutes at the moment.
Okay.
But these are some of the longest minutes of your life.
It really feels
Just
long. In character. Kyoji just. Oh, go ahead.
Do you wish to wait? Do you wish to wait longer?
I'll wait a little bit longer.
Is there anything else you wish to try in coaxing the creature?
I believe I have. Can I use the compulsion spell to make it?
Compulsion. That's the spell you can cast once every long rest, correct?
Yeah.
You've already casted that. You have not rested. You have not rested. I'll give you a few more minutes to decide. We're going to cut over back to the main group. Aran, you kind of awaken, but you've always been awake at the same time. However, imagine a great haze going over your mind as if you drank in a lot of alcohol. However, your words aren't slurred. It's hard to grasp just about anything at the moment.
Okay.
You kind of look around. The people that you've been traveling with seem to be standing around you. Some of them looking a little indifferent. Some looking happy that some are looking happy, others looking business-like happy. There's something going on in their head.
Huh. Oh, well, look at you.
I'm guessing something happened.
Yeah, he's awake.
Yep, he's awake. So, I think you were shot by one of the darts that the Yiga blew out of the dart.
I was, yes.
Can't remember what it's called, like the blood dart, but still. Yeah, you were.
From,
So,
Yeah, it was that shot in the arm or something.
from previous experience, I can say they like to use their poisons. So I'm assuming you were hit by a type. Can't say if it's the same type, but definitely a type of poison.
It it changed your hair color when I was looking.
Oh?
Your hair was blue. I don't know why.
Hmm.
huh.
Interesting.
I mean,
I mean, it could work, but
yeah.
concerns with the armor. I stared on like this. On like
It'd be
do my
really conflicting, yeah.
Minerva's not exactly pondering that right now. She's kind of turned away thinking, poison that affects your eyesight like that.
It made the sky green.
It could have been a hallucinogen type poison.
Like, compared to the poison I've been hit by, that's nowhere near the same, right?
Yours was more of a narcotic. Knocked you out almost. It put your body to sleep and almost knocked you out immediately.
Anything I could roll to try to figure out what might cause this kind of vision issue?
Are you proficient in Poisoner's Kit?
Fuck no, I'm just thinking in general anything that might change vision color.
What tools are you proficient in then?
Herbalism, alchemist, cooking, and spearfishing. I ignore that half the time though.
If that's the case, then roll me an intelligence check and add your proficiency mod, please.
Alright. Okay. 19 plus 6, so 25?
You've heard of some medicinal concoctions being able, if they're taking in larger doses, being able to cause hallucinogenic effects, voices that were there, changing the user's perception, altering their thought processes. You've heard of that before, but quickly into this extent, off the top of your head, you'd assume a combining of a sun and ice shroom in larger doses if they were fermented in a large vial for maybe a week, maybe 2, if they used the spores from them and injected it into a person. But if that's the case, they may begin to try and gestate in him, or for people who don't know what that means, begin to try and grow inside of him, but that's the only process that you can go. And if they did try to grow inside of him, that means that can't be right. That means there's mushrooms in the man. So that's the only thought process that crosses your mind at the moment. Very specific? Yes. You got a very specific high number.
The only thing I can think of would mean this again. No. I wouldn't. No. Alright. So, you're gonna be having to keep an eye out for something. everyone else probably should keep an eye on him in case this happens too. But if it's what I think it is, yeah, there's a possibility that yeah, he's gonna have mushrooms start growing from him.
Mushrooms?
Whatever. What you say, you know for a fact that you sound probably insane, and you know the thought process is insane. But that's the only theory that crosses your mind at the moment.
Believe me, if I didn't think it was the only thing that fit, I wouldn't even mention it. But with these circumstances and based off the description that you gave of how Vision was, that's the only thing that makes any lick of sense.
Is there anything that these mushrooms do?
Minerva,
Mhm.
you would know of these mushrooms and how they're edible. However, you did have notes of these mushrooms a lot more. However, they were in your house.
At the very least, these two mushroom types I know were edible, but all the notes I had for them were in. Well, let's just say they're in a place that the Yiga stole. She glances at Nari as she says that.
I'll just like grimace a little bit at the thought. Kind of realizing what she's doing.
At least they're not harmful.
Well, yeah, but you probably don't want any stinky shrooms out of your ball.
No,
That's
no.
whether or not they're harmful. That's debatable. Considering, sure, they're harmless if cooked properly and eaten, or maybe even just eaten straight. But injected into you like that, even I don't know quite what that'll do.
I mean, he'll be fine as long as he checks his body every day, right?
I recommend everyone keeps an eye out on him just in case.
Alright.
So,
We're gonna cut back over to the other guys. Shade, Kyoji, you guys got a plan?
I have an idea.
What's that?
I'm gonna reach back to like the meat I grabbed off the floor. I'm gonna take a piece of it and put it in my mouth while holding out the rest of it to the blue creature underneath the horse.
Don't you dare say its actual name. don't you dare. I know you almost said it. Don't you dare. I'll go and grab. Listen, I got this one because it was cute. You want me to go get the actual one I planned for her before? Oh, bitch, I will.
I didn't
Oh god.
use it. I didn't. Shut
You
up.
almost-
I'm
no,
so
I know that's
sleepy.
just an idle that's just an idle threat. Trust me, I got worse pictures.
Why are you threatening? We ain't done nothing yet.
Yeah, motherfucker. You better keep it that way. Anyway,
Bro, I'm about to go to Sleepy Town soon.
you was Sleepy Time Junction. All right, roll me an animal handling, please.
Oh my god. I don't know what you asked me to roll. Wait a minute. Say it
Not
again.
not you, Shane.
That's how you tell I'm tired.
God damn, bro. We get it.
I'm sorry.
5. Creature looks over to you. That the little green irises around it just slowly begin to come back out, and just slowly begin to overtake the gold just a little bit. And its claws just dig a little bit deeper into the creature, and just a little bit more blood trickles out. Horse just kind of grimaces and whinnies in pain. Nari, can you roll me a perception check?
God damn it.
Okay, so
Do you see what I sent you in DMs, by the way?
nope, not at all.
Okay.
Okay, that's a nat 20.
As you're having your little conversation, you're like, oh, okay, all right. Wait, the sound. That's my baby. That's my baby. And you just,
That's my boy.
you know exactly where the sound's coming. It's gonna take you a while to get there, but you can run if you take off right now.
Ah. Oh wait, is that? Hold up. I'm gonna try to start walking over.
Look, Minerva, you look over, you listen around. Besides the sound of the rain, you don't really hear anything. And you're pretty damn sure your ears are pretty damn good. Huh. What the hell is this guy listening? Did he get hit by the mushrooms too?
You good, Nari?
What do you call it? You see the smoke cloud of Nari.
Say
I
it
see
again.
the what?
You see the smoke cloud of Nari.
Oh, he's gone.
He turns around. You start thinking to yourself. You look away for a second. You look back. There's a puff of smoke of where he used to be.
He said heat.
Insert cartoon sound effect running. Sound
When
effect.
when he wants to, he really does take after his father.
I hate you.
Shade.
Too
Cutting
soon.
back. Shade, cutting back to you. As you're trying to coax creatures, no. The creature just kind of looks over to you, and you hear a coming from the creature. Hiss at you just a little bit.
Shade is just gonna like flop down on the floor right where he is. He's just like full legs out, back on the grass, just like I'm done. Just like, you know what? Here we go.
Kyoji, you witnessed that.
Okay.
What do you wish to do?
Oh, give me a moment.
FYI, Kyoji, the only people who were able to get that information was Minerva and Nari, because they're the only ones with slates. Shade would have.
I thought it played out loud. That's why I was asking to be sure. But
You know, it played out loud. It. One thing is, it gave the information, and the information was written in a certain way. All the only things that happen are the pings of when something goes down. Those are the only things that you hear. Otherwise, everything else is written in text. And this text is written one time, and then it's immediately deleted.
Okay. Seeing what happened to Shade, I decided to make my way.
Downtown?
Yes.
Where are you going?
Make my way towards them.
Okay.
Downtown?
Way over.
Making my way
As
down.
he-
Okay.
Is he walking past? No, but go on.
Seeing that Shade was attempting to offer it food, I just look at Shade as like, that was your plan. Well,
Sir, my only plan was to find a way to lure it away and get the horses out. Thank you. If you would like to help, that'd be great, but murder is not exactly an option right now.
it's about to be the answer, but I will refrain from using that answer.
Try to hurt it and you will have a problem with me.
I love out of character. I'm sorry. I love the sudden change. It's like they start giving him the beady eye, and it's like.
I just ignore the rest of what Shade says and just proceed to crouch down.
Kyoji, Shade crouched down. For a description for everybody watching this, or hearing this, Shade crouched down on the balls of their feet, which, if you don't know where that is, that's your toes. You kind of just go, you put one knee into the ground and kind of just have the other just set up perfectly. This is the first pose is somebody who's as if they're talking to a child or a creature. The pose you're giving is someone who's a little bit more how you say, a little more aggressive. Just instead of a bandit waiting for somebody to come by, so it's easy to get up and easy to take them down. That's how you crouch. Continue.
Hmm.
I'm going to cry.
Hey, I'm getting my description game better. Damn it. Continue. Damn it.
Okay. Back into sound. I'm just looking at this creature.
Go on.
Simply because I don't know whether or not I'm still. Oh no, I'm definitely still mid at this thing. But considering what Shade was trying to attempt, I decided to give it one single try. I take out those one apple seed.
Mm-hmm.
The one I've given to Nari, and the one I've also given to my slime friend that I'll call Buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Taken out. The seed is, yeah, I take out the seed. It's between my index and thumb, you know? Index. And then I place it in a palm. And just simply moved it, gesture the hands, open palm, so that you could see it.
Creature looks over to you. Its eyes kind of dart to them. The eyes kind of dart back to you. Doesn't seem to move. That's the one I'm looking for. Sorry. Getting music. Continue.
Mhm.
Mike, why are you breaking characters so much? Shut the fuck up.
Listen up. You see this thing? This is a seed. Maybe you know that, maybe you don't. I'm offering this to you. I have some other friends who have also had such items. As at this, I just slowly look at my chest, just like, hey, buddy, you like this seed, right?
Look over to your chest. A little pink little globule just kind of looks over to you and gives you a little smile.
I don't know if you can understand speech or not. Truly. But I need the horse. And by me, I mean my friend. It's their horse. We need a horse to get to somewhere important. Right now, it cannot be your shield for the weather. Not your selfish fear.
Dude, you're being a dick.
Hey, let him finish. Let him finish. Unless this is in character, then go ahead. I don't care. If that's in character,
That
go ahead.
isn't character. That is Shay just going, you're being a dick.
Oh, that's fine. The guy,
And you're no help. Character. It had
My
character
bad.
time.
No, that's fine. No. Not a
These
character type.
bitches are just like, I don't like you.
Cool, we only just met. Anyways. So whatever it is you're trying to do right now, I will only ask this once. Please. I am begging you to leave this horse alone. If you're trying to, if you're afraid of the water, if you're afraid of the thunder, fine. I'll make a deal. If you're so afraid of what's going on right now, of this weather, then I'll personally shield you. But if you're this same creature that I've met, that Catastros befriended, if you're that very same one that took control of my friend, I will stop protecting you. I will stop being a shield for whatever you're afraid of. If you're ever a threat to my friends as well, well, let's just hope it doesn't come to that conclusion.
Roll me. At that point, that's intimidation.
Okay.
It's intimidation for damn sure.
Oh yeah.
Thunder just slowly begins to roll back in.
Intimidation with no modifiers, because I don't have any. That requires charisma. Now then, let's get this show on the road. I'll most likely fail this, but damn it, I'm sending it.
Yeah.
17.
As you go, you look this creature dead in its eyes. Your conviction unwavering, your voice backed up with a little bit of rage and vitriol. Looking into this creature, you don't like it, but your nature is telling you to protect it. Not even your nature, your moral compass is telling you to protect it. However, your feelings differ. Looking down onto this creature, part of you's begging for this creature to give in, to move. The other part of you saying, stay. I want to make you suffer for what you've done to my friend. Because you don't know where he is, and you can only assume the worst. Both of those feelings well up inside of you and begin to fight. Just a cacophony, if you want to say it in a fighting sense. Blow for blow, them taking each other, waiting for this creature to act, waiting for them to go. But one of them wins out. The creature stares at you. One of its claws begin to retract. It begins to hang a little upside down. Nari, where are you right now? I know where you are. You're beginning to show up at the moment. You approach what seems to be a man laid out on the ground, another man kneeling what seems to be beside a horse, and as you look over, there's a little bloody mess on the inside of that horse. You hear the screams of your horse well out into the early morning As your horse screams out, you notice more and more bones begin to protrude from your horse. These bones protrude through its rib cage, through its sides, through its knees, protruding more and more. You see its skull begin to grow to double its size, tearing the skin that's onto it. Blood begins to leak out from the horse as its vocal cords, it whinnies, begins to grow bassier and bassier. And as it does, you hear another familiar sound.
Oh, us.
Your horse begins to panic. It runs into the side of a tree. Your average horse, your weak little boy, runs into the side of a tree and topples it over with ease. He runs into another, galloping in pain, jumping from one end to the other, kicking another over. It kicks into the back. It knocks a tree full clear, sending it about 15 feet away, colliding with others as lightning strikes down, hits beside that tree. Your horse gets startled, and it looks over to you for 1 second. You notice its eyes begin to look over to you. What are you doing right now? Shade, Kyojin, what are you up to right now?
Jay kind of bolts up to his feet and is just like, we need to get going.
What are the rest of you doing? Nari, your one friend. You didn't know her for long. Heck, I don't even know if you named her. But she's taken you through thick and thin. She's gotten you from point A to point B to the best of her ability. She may not be the best thing out there, but she's yours. She may not be the horse that that people want her to be, but she's who she is, and she does her damnedest, and you appreciate everything that she's done for you, taking you from place to place. You got her with your friends, and now it seems something's going on with her. Your mind races for a moment as you look into her eyes, and you can just tell that there's fear. You don't even need to roll for this. You know your horse. You only spent a pretty small modicum of time with her, but you've seen her afraid, and you've seen the courage that she's had to face the thick and thin, to go through tribulations that you've never seen. She's scared. What do you wish to do?
I need to run towards my horse.
Does anybody wish to do anything to him?
I have a bit I want to do real
Go
quick.
on.
Okay.
Go on. You're closer to the horse than him.
Okay.
Shade, you say you need to get away. Kyoji, what are you up to?
So right now Nari's horse is thrashing about, right? Due to the
Thrashing about,
transformation.
yes. Or what you assume to be yes.
Kyoji is just... He looks down at what happened. And then his body starts to shake. And then... I'm gonna attempt to help Nari.
Help him how?
I'm going to start wrestling with a horse. You couldn't just get off! Couldn't you?
Athletics. Athletics. Go on. Go on. Say your bit. Say your bit, Logan.
Athletics. Gonna fail this one. All right, let's go.
Nari, what are you up to at the moment?
Get out of the way, so I can get one shot.
When you said the creature ran inside my horse, could I see where exactly it ran in from?
Oh!
I'd like you to roll me investigation. What'd you get, Kyoji?
10, but nat 1.
You reach over to grab the creature, and your bits of anger and rage, it just kind of bleeds through. I'd like you to roll me a d6 plus your strength mod.
D6 plus 6? D6 plus strength. Okay. One. So 6 total.
Nari,
Oh yeah, me. I got a 25.
with that 25, you notice that your more frail horse seems to be changing, almost against its will as the fear begins to spread throughout it. However, throughout this transformation process, you know your horse. Your horse is frail. You also know that you never put her in harm's way. You left her out best that you could. And from your tribulations, you didn't want to put her in harm's way. However, seems has brought harm onto your horse. The man that you've been traveling with, Bugman, as you know him anyway, seems to have taken his hands, gripped the side of the horse, one of the bones that have been protruded. He seems to have palm strike this thing as hard as he could into the side of the horse. Your horse whinnies in pain. Because this is your horse, I'd like you to roll me a Constitution saving throw, -3 on the modifier, please.
Was the 1d6 me doing damage?
Yes, it was.
Okay, and I rolled.
Remember,
And I rolled 1.
and if you remember what I said last time,
Yeah.
if the creature takes over half its HP in one turn, it gets a critical injury. Your horse, being as weak as it was, Nari, only has 10 HP.
That's a 3, Mike.
As you do, you notice that your horse, when he's in pain, and it slowly begins to slump over. The pain that it once felt seems to be fading. The light in its eyes beginning to almost go as its strength begins to give out. Shade. You've seen horses get hurt, you've ridden horses into combat, and you treated them before. I'd like you to roll me a history check.
Can I do some more voicing bits or wait for a little bit?
Give it a moment.
Okay.
Done your part.
Mhm.
Everybody else
Just one-
has to do theirs.
Yeah, I'm just making sure.
16.
You've known horses being critically injured. You don't know exactly where the horse is hurt, but you believe that's a mortal wound. You've never been able to heal anything about that. And you've never met anyone who could heal something like that, unless a miracle were to happen. That horse is not going to stay for long. You all can go.
So I want to double check on something. So since I failed the grapple, that led to an attack instead.
Mhm.
Okay.
If you want to know, a critical failure means you failed in the worst way possible.
Mhm.
And that is the worst way possible.
Okay. So you said anyone can go now?
Anyone who wishes to go, if you wish to converse with one another, if you wish to let the scene play out,
She's gone. It's time to let her go. Put her out of her misery.
I want to try something.
go on. What do you wish to try? What do you wish?
From where I saw the creature into my horse, I need to try and, from that point, I'm going to hit it with the Shattering Spear in my inventory.
Are you sure you wish to do that?
I do this with the intent to end my horse's suffering.
That's what you wish. You take out your spear. It seems to be split down the center, and a little handle sticks out from it. You take the handle and you turn it to the right, having little bits of wood stick throughout it. If you stab this into the creature now, you know for damn sure she's never getting up. Again, are you sure you wish to do that? Ending your own companion's life. The one that saved you, the one that saved your friends, and the one that you got with your friends. It's your father, no less. Are you sure you wish to end their life now?
I'd like to try one more spell.
What do you wish to try?
I wish to try Dispel Magic with my final spell slot.
What spell slot is that? Third?
Fourth.
We've had miracles happen before. This spell has done a lot. It has done many a thing. Go ahead. Roll me your spell attack again. See if you can make a miracle. See if you can make another miracle, fishy boy.
Come on, horse god. Help me spare this life. Please. Let this work. 14.
As you go, you try and unbind what you assume to be the arcane that's binding itself to this creature. And as you go, you begin to pump your every single emotion that you have into this creature, all of your understanding, everything that you know to try and save your one friend. You shut your eyes and you go. You let the energy leave you, impulse into your ally. And as you do, The spell fails. The creature still bounds horribly. They don't seem alright. They seem horrible. They seem worse. They seem in pain. That's all you had left. That's all you could do. You can at least say you tried. Her whinnies become worse and worse until she slumps over to her side and lands onto it. Her breathing getting more and more haggard. It's hard for her to breathe. She looks over to you. You can see the pain in her eyes. You can see the respect and love that she has given you. She doesn't know what to say. She can't say. She can't speak to you. Some of the mental understanding you have between each other. What do you wish to do, Narg?
I need to end her.
I'll let you describe how you do that. I have no say in how you choose to end your own ally. This is someone you care about. I'm a storyteller, but I'm not the one who's there. Go on.
Seeing my companion in this pain and seeing what had happened to Catastros before, I think about how Kyoji felt. The look and how he described how Catastros was as he lost itself. And I think about very carefully about the moments I've had with my horse. I think about the fields you've gone through, how it's gotten me out of some of the worst situations I've been through. Every time I fed it, every time I took a photo of it, all of it just comes through my head. And as I think of the pain that it's going through right now, and my inability to do anything else, I think about the last time I was helpless and I couldn't do anything. When my father, was taken before my eyes. Only this time, I have the choice to do something. With that, I pull out the shattering spear from my bag. As I look at the hilt of it, as it's being shining in the rain, I walk up to my horse as it's writhing, and I take a deep breath, and I say, "Thank you for everything, Little Blue. In the name of your life, I wish for you only the best in the next. Thank you for everything you've done," as I say, and I go ahead and stab it with where I thought the creature had intuited with the shattering spear.
You plunge it into the creature. The spear immediately breaks and spreads into a large amount of different pronged sharp points, spreading throughout the creature's insides. Your horse convulses one more time before it lays on the side, finally inert, unmoving, unwavering.
just take a kneel to the ground. And as the rain's like falling down onto me, I lean over my horse and just begin to break down.
It wasn't. It wasn't. No. It wasn't supposed to end like this.
I just embrace my horse's corpse.
Nori. I just wanted to.
As this goes on, the rest of the group would be able to arrive by now. You would know, you would be worried at the fact that trees were knocked over and lightning struck nearby. You assumed the worst. The rest of you arrived to the scene. Nari crouched beside his horse, taking a knee, just tears streaming down his face. Kyoji just anger, pain,
Damn it!
vitriol going as he screams into the earthly morning, the darkest morning as rain begins to fall. Shade just contemplating everything that's gone down, seeing the love that someone's given another creature, and reassuring, but seeing the pain that somebody else brought to said creature. The rest of you come up on this scene. What do you wish to do?
Oh, God.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news. We still heard a scream and we still gotta go.
Get the horse and let's get out of this damn forest. I'll be back in a moment.
Just real quick, out of character, the scream they heard, didn't that come from the horse itself?
You don't know that.
I'm
But you
just
assume- but you
asking for
assume-
them.
Out of character, yes. But in character, you don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't. But they would. That's why I'm out of character trying to help them.
Shade
Anyway.
is still of the opinion of if you hear it, you need to get out of the area. Because it's not just the monster you have to worry about. It's the people who come hunting it.
Two of you, help me. Mike, would I know anything of the horse god or no out of character?
Roll me a history check with disadvantage right now.
I sent the DM. I still got more, but I'm waiting.
That's on you, Kyoji. If you feel it's right, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be one to police you if something's right or wrong. You need to make that decision and live with it.
Okay.
It's your decision to make it or not.
That's an 18 or a 20. Dirty 20. Dirty 20,
With
I think.
disadvantage, right?
12 plus 8.
You'd know of him. Why would you know of them? You've heard of him before. Him being able to, being the gods of the horses, gods of the stables, keeping them safe. But you've also heard, pretty recently actually, that his power is beginning to wane.
Dear horse god, you could hear my word. Please, allow Little Blue to go into the afterlife in peace. And know that with how I struck, I did so to end the suffering due to my inability to aid them any further. Please, I ask thee, just to give Little Blue a better life the next time. And I will try my best to give the next horse I ever meet, and all from before, all forevermore, a better chance to not have this happen.
You say your prayer. Is there anything else you wish to do? Anything else anyone else wishes to do?
I'm waiting just a little bit, Tad. To do my bit, so I'm waiting for everyone else.
Minerva will just walk up to Nari and put a hand on his shoulder. There's nothing she can say to help with this. She just tries to provide whatever comfort she can.
I'd like to leave an offering, Mike.
And what is that?
An offering of nature. I'd like to leave the 2 Korok seeds in my inventory with her.
Okay. You take out those 2 steeds. Place one to either side. Just look over them. Look over her and just... You're still in a little bit of shock. Anything else that anybody else wishes to do?
I'll be right back out of the bathroom.
Go ahead.
Have a nice
This was the right choice. Was there really nothing else I could have done? I tried everything, but I couldn't save their life. All I can do was prevent any more suffering.
Okay, yeah, heads up. I'm gonna do a little bit of volume warning. I will take off my headset to reduce as much volume as I can. So when I get to that, you'll hear when I take off my headset. Okay.
All right.
Nari, it was that blue creature. It was underneath your horse, and I tried to, but I tried to get it off, but in the end, I let my emotions, my hate towards it. I didn't want this to happen! Why? Hylia, why is this happening to us? Why? Why Just you watch! I'll gain power! Power! To right things wrong! I'll kill you, damn God, for making this happen to us! I'll make you pay!
You all would easily be able
I
to
think
hear
you need
that.
some water, yeah, boy.
And he punches the ground.
You all would easily be able to hear that. You all gather yourselves, gather your thoughts, and with Shade's advice, you know you have to keep going. You know you don't have time. You can't give them a proper funeral. And in this sour mood, you know you have to go. How much time do you wish to give? Before you set off again? How much time do you wish to give?
I'd like to give at least half an hour, if that's okay.
That's what I was thinking.
Is everyone else okay with that?
Half an hour.
Everyone, we need to make tracks. Get everything ready. I need a moment. Or at least just stay with me for a few minutes.
Take take the time you need. I'd say all the time, but
Time isn't exactly a luxury we can afford now.
Indeed. I have something I need to say to someone now. And Minerva will turn and walk towards Kyoji.
After Kyoji punched the ground, he's just after everything that's happened with Catastros and now this, Kyoji is just sitting. He's staring at Nari's dead horse, just with a blank stare, just a neutral face, replaying the memories of the time he had with Catastros, and now this. It's just he's just staring.
While they're all doing this, Shade like gets up and goes to like a place where it's like he's still in sight, but he's like away from the group, and just leans against a tree, and it's just like, okay, time to mentally prepare myself for traveling.
Kyoji, I don't claim to understand what's going on through your head right now. Quite honestly, with what's happened, there's a lot going on that it's hard to process half of it. But while I understand how you feel, in a way, it, 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 how do I put this? No. At the very least, I can understand your frustrations. Just don't let that take control of you. No matter how hard that may be. Try to stay you.
It takes a moment for Kyoji to slowly glance, like he's slowly turning his head, glancing at you before just giving you his. No, it's just a glance, and then he just looks down at his open palm. What he has done. Just slowly curls into a fist.
Emotions overwhelm us. Gods no, I know that. You've seen how I've reacted in tense situations.
He slowly nods in response.
That's why we need to try to get a better grip on them. Not just you, not just me, but all of us. Some of us are doing a better job of that. Others, it's going to take a bit of work, but we just need to try to be able to keep control of our emotions and not let them out on the wrong things. I'm sorry if that makes no sense. It's just I've had a bit of time to think lately, and that's something I've been thinking of. Just kind of pat him on his back and go to start walking away.
As you do, Oran, you finally arrive. Your head still banging, your body still hurts, your arms and legs still feel horribly numb. But you look over to the scene. People are sad. People are angry. People are in in a dour mood. It's as if you walked into a funeral. And you look upon the carcass of what seems to be a horse, and you notice something strange. You rolled me a perception check earlier. You got a 13.
Mm-hmm.
As you do look, two golden eyes stick out from the side of a tree, and you hear just a light sizzling.
Ariak will turn immediately to those eyes.
Ariak?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Wrong. Yeah. Wrong. Right. Yeah. I'm tired. Okay.
Wrong name.
I said the wrong name. I said the wrong name. Okay.
No, that's fine. It's fine.
Ron.
Fine.
You know what
To
I
be
mean.
fair, you did choose two A names.
Yeah. You know what I mean. Ron. Okay.
I know
Ron
what you mean.
Ow!
I'm giving you shit.
Spider
Giving
just
you
bit
shit.
me. That hurt.
That's fine.
Yikes, bro. You good?
Ah.
Okay.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
Second.
Describing the scene. Aran, you notice this. Ezio, can you roll me an Arcana check?
What do you say? Say it again.
Can you roll me an Arcana check?
Yeah, I can.
Go ahead. All right, Naran, you notice those beady eyes staring at you from the side of a tree, and that light sizzling as you hear the pitter-patter of rainfall.
I determine what is looking at me?
From the mood that's been set and from the recent circumstances, there's a few. Besides maybe the Yiga, it could be that
18.
small creature. 18. With an 18, you notice that something is also strange in this area. You can feel.
Okay.
You felt the presence of the Yiga before, and you felt the presence of malice due to your history. You can
Mhm.
feel that presence growing greater the longer you wait.
Is there anyone that is near me?
Everyone's in the little alcove. You can easily go walk over to somebody if you choose. Nari seems to be gathering little pieces of wood.
Yeah.
You notice
Moran will.
Minerva's slowly walked away. Kyoji's just
Yeah.
staring, just got his head
Aron
against it, leaned against a
will
tree.
call over
And Shade's kind of on their own.
yeah, call over the closest person, basically try to get their attention.
I'm saying, whoever wishes to answer, go ahead.
Probably me.
Go on.
Alright.
Something is watching us.
Yeah, I figured that. It's a weird presence. It's growing
There's some
stronger, too.
weird golden eyes in one of the trees.
Yeah, I can only assume it's more of those creatures.
Those creatures or Yiga,
Assuming.
one of the two. I
Yeah,
don't know which,
well-
but it's watching us.
Well, I felt a weird presence of. I still feel it growing stronger every time we wait here. It's growing closer.
Let's see if we can help finish what we need to do and then get out of here as soon as possible.
Alright, give me a refresher. What do we need to do?
We still have to go to the Decker tree.
Right. Alright. I'll try to help gather supplies for that with you then.
All right.
Alright, let's go.
A creature just
Oh.
looms over you, looking towards you.
Suck.
But with that, you begin to gather yourselves, and in the melancholic mood at around 10:45, you begin to make your way back on the trail. A little more dour than before. The rain blocking out the sun, the usual heat and warmth that you get, just leads to cold. The rain hasn't let up yet. Whoever's taking the lead, or whoever wishes to take the lead, I'd like you to roll me a d20.
I'll do
Uh,
this.
Who wishes to take it?
I'll
I'll do
go
this.
ahead and do so.
Oh, okay.
Alright, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Wait, who's
I have
going?
a question, Mike.
Chris's.
17.
Can I check something real quick, Mike?
What's up?
What direction are we in relation to Hyrule Castle?
You are to the west, a little southwest right now. Making your way almost perfectly west of it. Why?
I needed to reorient myself.
Okay. You're heading from Rito Village, and you're heading north towards that large Sheikah Tower next to the Lost Woods. Right now, you're westward of Hyrule Castle, walking through little hills. There seems to be a few rivers every side. Pine trees grow greatly around here. The paths seem decently traveled, which is a little strange. But
I need
Oh, go on. What's
I
up?
need to clean myself in the river real quick. Let me drown my sorrows in the river for a moment.
You take a few moments and just.
While
go
you're
into the
drowning your
water.
sorrows, can you drown me?
And with that change
Oh,
of mood,
God.
we'll take a 5-minute break, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back.
Oh, thank God. I'm gonna get some.
I think you guys noticed how I was silent for like how long was I gone for? Before, like I said, before I said I used the bathroom,
I don't remember.
I blacked out.
I'm
So
kind of
'cause I was
coping right
really.
now.
You blacked out. Dude, if you're tired, go to bed. It's fine.
I know, but I gotta finish.
Can I drink now?
You want to finish? You want to finish this first?
Yeah, I want to finish it first.
All right, all right.
Honestly, I missed a lot. What happened?
I'll let somebody else describe it.
Okay.
I can't right now. I can't. Sorry.
We got
Not- Go on.
Vaporeon ripoff off the horse right before it turned into a monster and died.
Wow.
A lot more
What-
emotion there than I put in, but summary.
Oh, okay. Did the horse survive?
No.
Oh.
I
Well.
had to put my horse down.
I am so sorry.
Mike, permission to play music in the bot for a bit.
You got 5 minutes, sure.
I was thinking, like, was it the same blue creature, or was it another one?
That's the question we don't know the answer to, if there's multiple of them or not.
You know what, actually. Huh.
Oh, goodness.
I could do something horrible right now. I really could. I have a song that could fuck people's days up, but I'll hold it off for now.
I will throw you.
You can certainly try. I think I'm getting better at this whole description thing. It needs a little bit more work though. Okay. That leads to that. Leads. Okay. Mike, what are you doing right now? I know you guys are coding. I'm making sure my notes are all set, so I don't I don't fuck with you guys too much. Oh, I know this damn song, Nick. Okay. Take a second. Yep, I know this one. I'll let you mourn. You will be starting at 45, so you guys have 2 minutes. Be ready by then.
I should not be drinking into the mic.
Let it be known we all have our own music open. Okay.
Is everybody ready?
And physically, yes. Mentally,
As ready as one can be.
Is everybody ready? I know you two are ready. Shade, Aran, Ezio, Minerva, are you all ready?
Mm.
As emotionally prepared as I can be.
Oh, that's an accent change. Okay, let's get it done.
Sorry,
No,
texting
no, that's
friends
no, that's
about
fine.
a thing.
Aran, are you ready?
it's nice to know my horse had that much of an impact.
With that. Oh, okay. Got you, I got you. Ezio, are you ready? He's muted.
I think he went to the bathroom.
We'll
Okay.
start without him then.
Okay.
Who was the one who rolled?
I
Not here
did.
yet.
And it was 17.
With the 17, you begin to make your ways north towards the large tower. As you do, you notice this large tower is surrounded by what seems to be large wooden structures draped in cloth. Some of the cloth decaying, metal, little bits of metal begin to shoot out from other places. These outcroppings seem to be strange in a way, as if this was once a large fortress that used to hold thousands of soldiers, many of arms, training people to one day deal with the calamity. It seems to have fallen into ruin. The place sits in the center of a tar pit. Little bubbles begin to rise and pop. You notice little bones sitting in the inside of it. Minerva, with your passive perception looking upon it, there seems to be a few bones of monsters inside of there, and roll me a medicine check. If you didn't hear me, roll me a medicine check.
I heard you.
Okay.
Apparently my die just likes the number 25 being total.
For the 25, you notice that some of these bones are of certain creatures. Some highly in origin that seem to have been decayed, that seem to be hidden from the decay. Some Rito, and some Zora. For what reason, some of them seem recent. From how they ended up here, you don't know. That's all you notice.
We should be careful as we pass through this area.
No monsters, as a matter of fact. Even with that passive check, you'd assume that there'd be monsters in the area, but not a soul in sight.
Well, I can't see anything, that might be the reason. Some of the bones in there are recent, and not just monsters.
As you walk around the outside of it, it takes you a few minutes to cross along the side and make your way back to the main path. This area seems to be large and wide, as if it used to hold many a building. The places that are left in the outcropping seem to have sunk down below. However, they still tower out of it, reaching maybe 60, 70 feet into the air. Still standing tall and proud. The wooden outcroppings still standing there, reaching almost as high or even if a little bit higher than the tower that you now walk by.
As we pass by, just kind of give a small prayer for everyone who's been lost in this area.
Okay.
And continue.
Anything else anybody else wishes to do?
I'm just taking some more time to reflect and think on things. In particular, I'm thinking about how Kyoji was able to express himself, whereas they couldn't even have the strength to say anything. And I'm just thinking if I'm weak or strong because of that.
Okay.
I just look around us, or just glance, and just give a small prayer.
As I'm looking at the corpses too, I'll probably think about my people too. How they're doing. Could I save more of their lives if I finish this?
Ezio would look around at the corpses and say, well, they should all be going to a better place. And then move on and keep going.
Okay. Shade, Aran, you two doing anything?
Shade is just gonna like go through his things and like try to figure out like basically like what he's gonna need. Like you can just see him like mapping out like how long until I think we're gonna get there. Am I going to need to stop at any point?
At
And
the
just
moment.
mental calculations.
Okay. Aran, you doing anything? Okay. Aran, you begin to ponder your thoughts. I'll let you say those whenever you have the time. You all begin to make your way towards the woods, as you do. Shade, roll me a perception check.
That's an 18 plus 3, so 21.
Well, 21. You've been here before, Shade. Or at least you passed through the area. The mist in the area seems to be heavy. The trees themselves of horrible contortions and shapes. They seem to almost have faces inside of them. The grass seems to be growing wildly as it's been unkept. Flowers sprout from the area. Mushrooms of different kinds grow throughout here. Some iridescent, some bioluminescent and glowing, some sitting beside what seems to be fallen creatures as if wolves came through. And they fell by. Trees stand throughout the area, some with faces, some of normal origins, some of wider lengths, being 4 to 5 times your length of thickness. Some standing horribly tall, reaching throughout the mist to where you can't even see. The light itself being dimmed as you walk through the area, and the rain continues to fall. Even in here. making the area feel dark, cold. No bugs can be heard. No creatures can be heard. Seem to be just yourself. But with that check, you notice there's a weird glint of light that almost seems to vanish, maybe about 30 feet to your right.
Guys, over there, something.
What? You said you saw something over there?
Yeah.
Hmm. Should we investigate it?
I'd be careful if I were you.
Alon at this point kind of seems a little out of it, but he's
Listen,
lost in his own.
listen. This place you can get easily turned around in. The last time I was here, it felt like I was going in loops. If you go too far off on your own, you might end up lost. We should stick to what we know and use what we have to go in the right direction.
Right.
At the moment,
We can't afford to get distracted.
at the
Okay.
moment,
So, friend,
it is 2 p.m. You
You
have
have 8
4
hours.
hours. You have 4 hours to make it to the Deku tree, for the worst may happen. You have, with every movement that you will take, it will take 30 minutes to move throughout this area at a normal pace. If you wish to move faster, you can move at a brisk pace, and that will dumb it down to 15 minutes. Different scenarios can happen for different times and how you do travel. How does the group wish to travel? And who wishes to take the lead? Because whoever takes the lead shall be the one guiding them through these woods. And
Wait.
if you know, you do have one thing, especially you don't that you didn't have as you came in the first time, Nari. A little guide.
they are.
With that, who shall take the lead, and who shall take the lead, and how will your marching order be? I'd like to know that now.
Let's think carefully about this. Who wants to take the lead into the forest?
If we need to, I can.
Yeah.
I trust the two of you most of the time of going in front. You two have the best sides of us. If I had to make a decision, it would be one of you two. I'm pointing to you and Minerva.
Well, I do say if need be, I can. Though, haven't you been here before?
I was gonna say.
Well,
This is Chanari.
I have, but from what I can remember, what little I can, I kind of got here through some dumb luck.
And in your mind state, fair enough.
Mhm.
I still have Tiki with me, so.
I just advise you be warned that things aren't always what they seem. The trees, especially, I tend to be a little tricky.
That's the case with this world in general.
Care to pay close attention to them and try not Though I imagine the rain would kind of make it easier. Try not to set anything on fire. Unless
Understood.
it's a torch or something.
In that case, I'll be with Minerva behind them.
I'll take the middle and try to keep a close watch. Well, the best I can, anyway. Let's try to pay attention to our friend here as well. Oh, the rain not keeping you down?
Hey, Mike,
Yes.
I'm gonna message you something.
Go on.
It should make a little interesting flavor text too.
I hate it when you say that, Shadow. Sorry.
Yeah,
Is that
I know.
fine?
Well, yes, you would know. Well, yes, the last part is perfectly fine. You wouldn't know damn shit about this forest.
No, he would not remember much about it, but
No, you don't know a damn thing.
that's fine.
So, Mike,
You... Go on.
can I do a history check
Sure.
Alright.
What are you checking history on?
to see if I remember this place from my past or not? If I've been here before at all?
And again, Shade, you've been here before. You even met the Great Deku Tree once. Just a friendly little reminder.
Let's see.
I will suggest for affirmation. Let's try to not
I
stay more than. Let's try to not stay more than 5 feet apart.
check.
Agreed.
Opening the room now.
15.
15. You've passed by this
Yes.
forest a few times. You've heard of stories of people who both children and strange creatures that live in this forest. You've also heard the tales of people who turn into bones as they do, walking corpses as they're known, or to some people are known as Stalfos, who roam the land to protect the denizens who live inside this forest. You wanted to give the kids in here joy, give them a taste of the outside, but your fear got the better of you and you decided not to come in.
Hmm. Well, that makes sense.
Again, that's what you know. And with that,
All right.
what is your marching order, everybody?
Sounds like I'll be leading.
So you're first.
I'm second.
Okay.
I'll go after.
Third.
No, I'll
I'll
go
take
after.
the fourth.
Oh.
Okay. Fourth. Nari's fourth.
I'm after Nari then.
I'll take the rear.
You'll be sixth. Okay. So, at what pace do you wish to travel? As I stated before, certain things may happen at certain speeds, as well as you get more time if you're going through brisk, but it may not be good. It's all you.
I
How-
don't want
how
to
do you-
spend that much time here if possible, though.
It
But,
will pay to be cautious, though.
I know, but I don't like this place for a certain reason.
Like it or not,
I don't.
we need to be careful.
It was the last
Yes.
place I saw my sister alive.
I'm sorry for your loss, but
I
if we
mean,
don't want any more lives lost, we can't afford to be reckless.
I
I vote
know.
Yeah.
we walk at a normal pace.
Let's go.
I would say a
What the?
jogging pace wouldn't be too bad.
Let's go normally, and if we have to, we'll pick up speed. But for now, let's start normal.
I
Mm.
agree.
Mike, I'm gonna try to mentally keep track of time as we're going, since I'm gonna be in the middle.
Say that again. Mentally keep track of time and what?
I'm just gonna mentally keep track of time. That's all.
Would certainly try.
Actually, can I try to set a timer? Do I have any way of setting a timer with my slate?
You look through your slate, trying to see if there's a function to set a timer.
Function unavailable. Hmm. Can I see the current time on it?
When you walked in, it was 2 p.m. You look at the time yet again.
Function unavailable.
Move.
Damn. All right. Guess we'll just be playing it in my head then. I'll try to mentally keep track of time.
Certainly try.
Let's go.
As you all begin to walk.
So,
Right.
Chris,
Yes.
the way I did it for Nari is the way that you're going to do it.
Okay.
One moment. I need to make sure I have the right system and make sure I'm doing this right. There are 54 cards in a deck. You will be rolling 1d54. 1d54. And depending on the cards you roll, certain things may happen. The more cards you get, the more the forest plays tricks on you. So you want to get through as quickly as possible.
Right.
For a gauge of time, Nari got through in 5 cards. That's what you shall be rolling, and this can affect your party greatly, or can hinder your party horribly. Well, it depends on what you get. With that, roll me your first card.
14.
Or as you can say, draw your first card. Okay. You got an ace of spades. Minerva,
Mhm.
begin to slowly walk throughout the forest, keeping an eye out, trying to make sure that nothing bad goes down. Can 1, 3, and 5, those who are walking in that order, roll me wisdom saving throws.
alright.
I hope you remembered your order.
Well,
Fuck.
24.
3.
Okay. And where's my last roll? Who was third?
That would be the shade.
Sorry, what?
Wisdom save.
Well, that's
14.
a 19 plus 3.
14.
So 22.
Chris, what'd you get again?
24.
24, 22, and a natural 1.
Yep.
As you both begin to walk throughout the forest, well, as the group begins to walk throughout, Minerva, you look over to your left and you notice a tree with a very, very large grin begin to look over to you and just unnerves you a little bit. Shade, as you're walking through, a tree seems to be stabbed through the center by another tree that grew throughout its mouth and is poking throughout. A little strange. Ezio, you notice something familiar. It's a scent, no matter a matter of fact. The scent of a dish that you once loved, that only one person could make. That can't be possible. She's been dead for years. It's the scent of a home cooked meal from your family. The family that once was gone. Before the family that you formed. For the life that overtook you now. That smell. Maybe they're alive. Maybe they're here. Maybe that's them. Maybe they lived in the woods for so long. Maybe the children of the forest took pity on your family and took them in. That could be it. They kept you safe. You kept them safe. Maybe this is life repaying you. What do you wish to do?
Ezio would try to resist the urge to look for that scent, denying it, believing that there's no way it could be them.
That hope from
Can't.
within you. You say it can't be, but that feeling of seeing your wife's face again, seeing your children smile at you one day, call you dad, seeing the people that you once loved, seeing the people that you once knew, seeing their faces after so long, after everything you've gone through, after everything you've done, seeing them once again could bring so much joy to you. It could be so grateful. It could make you so at peace. Do you still not wish to go?
Ezio would still deny it and try to fight it.
Okay.
There to go see them again, even though he knows they're not there.
I'll take note of
Even though
that.
it could be.
I'll take note of that. Okay. That's first traveling arc is done. Minerva, roll me a 53.
What? 19.
Okay, 19. Apparently you love spades. That is a 9 of spades.
Oh.
Can two and 6 roll me Constitution saving throws?
2 and 6.
2 and 6.
Right. I have to go. Because I have to be up early for work.
Go on, it's fine. We're about done
Sorry.
anyway. It depends on how far they take. Only a few more, and that's it. So go on. We'll remind you what happened later.
Night, guys.
See you.
Alright,
Mm-hmm.
take it easy.
Con, right?
Con.
Okay. $24.
24. As both of you begin to walk through, you notice that there's seems to be little white little dots begin to float into the air. You look around and doesn't seem to be affecting anybody else, but Aran, you're behind Kyoji. You'd be able to see that he's looking around a little bit strange as well. You look up and seems to just be cloud cover. You look down and that can't be right. There seems to be strange multicolored mushrooms growing on the ground. None of them are bioluminescent. But then, as you both look around for a second, you notice that there's a deceased corpse of a wolf to your left, laying on top of the mushrooms as more and more spores begin to shoot out of it, and then your mind goes, oh shit, you've gotta go. and you hold your breath and make your way through as quickly as possible. The rest of you, however, looking around, seeing those who are in the back, especially Ezio, you in particular, that sound of that metal clanging against the ground is gone. You look around, and it seems that both Kyoji and Iran seem to be rushing back towards the group from the right of where you are now.
Hmm?
You guys rush back over, and that's where you are now.
You guys get lost or something?
Nari, you were walking right behind Kyoji. Some mist rolled through, and he was gone for a second. Yet now he's rushing right back towards you from the right.
Guys, what happened?
I'm not sure. One moment I was passing by a few mushrooms. There was a dead wolf, so I rushed back here
Yeah.
quickly. It's weird. I don't remember being separated. Oh, this forest is. Okay.
I
This
mean,
forest?
you weren't the only one that saw it.
You too. Okay.
Yes, I saw the same thing.
Okay, let's just stay on track.
Yeah,
Stay
let's just keep going.
focused. We can't lose. We can't lose sight of our goal. Now, Minerva, you hanging in there okay?
Aye. Hanging in there as well as I can.
Alright. I trust you. What's up, little guy? What's up, little one?
And they begin to fly off to the. That is. To the top, to a diagonal angle up and to the right.
You're our guide. Follow him.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, then.
Minerva.
Mhm.
If you wish to follow them, I'd like you to instead roll me something different. You can choose
Alright.
to go on your own path, or you can choose to follow behind them.
We were told that they would help us. I'm choosing to trust what we were told.
Roll me a d26.
8.
Okay. Because you're following them, your cards are unknown. Mike, why are these cards? They'll add up soon. Minerva.
Mhm.
You begin to make your way through following a little globule of light. I'd like you to roll me a charisma saving throw. Just you.
18.
Can you give me 1 second?
Hold on.
Minerva,
Mhm.
you notice something strange. As you begin to walk through, those behind Minerva notice another wall of mist rolls through and she's gone. Minerva, you're somewhere underground. Somewhere that's not right. And as you look around, the rain itself is gone. The sound of the woods that was once there is gone. All you hear is a very, very familiar voice. I'll let it play now. Let me know if you can hear it. In 3, 2, 1.
What? Where? How? No.
Minerva, you don't need to roll a history check on that voice. That was the voice of your father. Your father's been dead for years. Ever since you could remember. You only heard them the last time you remember was the age of 7. Your parents went missing. You don't know what happened to them. No one ever told you. You don't know what availed them. You also know the word red was the name he called your mother. You don't know what happened to them. You don't know where you are or what's going on. What do you wish to do? You can choose to turn around and go back to whence you came. Or you can choose to press forward and maybe get answers. What do you wish to do?
Minerva, you glances backwards for a moment. It'd be so easy to leave, but
This may be just for a little correlation. You you haven't heard that voice in about a decade. While it's reassuring, it's also worrying. You get the feeling you may not ever get this chance ever again. You remember that your family left. No words, no nothing. One day they were gone. Same with your brother. One day they were gone. And the same with you to your sister. One day you were gone. Cycles seem to repeat. And with this cycle, what do you wish to?
I'm gonna go forward.
Okay. One sec. Minerva,
Mhm.
you slowly begin to walk. And as you do, more and more voices begin to play from deeper in the cave. The darkness around you, it's almost palpable. The rest of the group, who was second?
I was.
Can you roll me a perception check?
Okay. Not 20. 29.
Beat the odds yet again, my friend. Okay. Kyoji, as you look around, you notice that there's something strange. The rain itself begins to let up almost for a fraction of a second, and as you do, a little bit of red can be seen. Maybe 40, 50 feet to the right of you. That little bit of red. Maybe the only reason why Minerva's gone, but she's not moving. At least what you assume to be that could be her. It's not moving. What do you wish to do?
I reach out to her to pull her away, back to the group.
She's 50 feet. You can reach out, but you've got to go. You've got to move.
I'm moving. I have 50
Okay.
feet.
And so you do. As you move, Minerva,
Mhm.
another bit of voices can be heard from deeper in the cave.
Don't be gone. Please don't be gone. I can't. I'm here. I'm over here. I'm over here. I'm still here.
The voice of your father seems labored in a way. Worried, haggard. And as you look down, a small trail of red, of almost a red ichor can be seen on the ground.
Oh.
What do you wish to do?
Every instinct of me screaming to turn away. I have to know. I keep walking.
As you do, you reach what seems to be an impasse. A diverging path. One that goes left, one that goes right. Trail leads to the right, but there's a strange sense of forebodingness as a voice comes in. That's the voice of your mother. That sound comes from the left. Which path do you wish to take? I'll let you decide on that for a second. Kyoji, you reached Minerva. It seems she's unconscious.
Like standing. Okay, no, I'll let you finish first.
She's leaning against a tree. Unconscious. Her head's leaning back over a tree root as the tree itself has what seems to be a grin, its teeth clattered against themselves. The rest of the group, do you wish to follow Kyoji? Or do we wish to stay put?
Is the light still moving forward, or is it stopped?
The light seems to still be moving forward. Your little fairy seems to be going on. Do you wish to follow them or stay with your friends?
After everything we've been through, I can't lose another friend.
Nari, the logical side of you, the emotional side of you says that. There's also a side of you that says, while that is true, your father, no, both your mother and your father, they would want to see you save Hyrule. And that little fairy may be your only way to get there in time. Are you sure you wish to stay here? Because both are good options. Honestly, it's your choice. What do you wish to do?
Say,
And Ezio, that same course of thought goes through you. While your friends are here, and they may be able to help you, your family, at least from what you think that could have been them before, but they're gone because of this. You could go save the world and keep other families from going through this. Ron, you lost your family because of you lost your family because of what happened after the calamity. That little motherfucker took everything that you once loved. You could at least try and stop him. You could save this place. You could try.
And
All of these thoughts go through all of your heads individually.
Azir would say,
What do you
I
wish
know
to
you
do?
don't want to lose another friend, but if we don't keep going, we might waste too much time here. I know it sounds cold, but if you want to go after Kyoji, go ahead, but I have to keep going forward.
Whatever gods are left to watch over
I might
us.
do the same. I'm going forward.
Whatever gods are left watching over us. Keep my friends safe. I'm gonna start following the light.
All right then. You continue to go forward. Bruno, for right now, to slot you in. Right now, we are in the Lost Woods, and this place is known to play tricks on people and let them see things that could be there, couldn't be there. Take you to places and may corrupt you to turn you into a monster. At the moment, I can slot you in, and you can replace Shade at the moment. They are currently walking through the Lost Woods, and as they are, it seems that Minerva is unconscious, laying beside a tree. Kyoji has rushed over to to see if she's okay, while the three people here, Ezio, Nari, and Aran, seem to be walking forward, following the light to try and reach the Deku tree in their allotted time. They have no way to gauge time due to the mist covering the area and the large amount of cloud cover not allowing light to pass through. And because of this, they proceed to follow the little ferry that they had to maybe reach the Deku tree. For right now, you can take Shade's place and we'll slot you in right there. You are number 3 in the marching order. What do you wish to do? You can choose to follow the light that they're doing right now, or you can choose to go over to Minerva, as Kyoji did. What do you wish to do?
I'm gonna be following the light.
Okay, and so you do.
What's up?
Minerva, so we're gonna come over to Kyoji. She's laying over, slumped on a tree. Her head's leaning back, seeming to be looking into the sky. What do you wish to do?
Didn't before they also Minerva also mentioned they had Tiki with them.
Tiki seems to be missing.
Okay. Let's look around real quick. Tiki, Tiki, where'd she go? She was with Minerva. Minerva was carrying them and all that. And then I crouch over to Minerva. Okay, hey, wake up, come on.
Minerva, as you look over to these paths, still deciding where to go, you notice that the cave itself seems to be shaking, as if time is running out. Which way do you wish to go? To the right where the blood trail, or to the left where the voice is heard?
The left is the one you said I heard the voice of my mother.
The voice you're hearing at the moment.
I'm gonna go left.
And as you do, That same voice you heard from before plays again. This time, a little different.
No. Wait. I'm okay. I think. I'm okay. I'm still here. So it could be worse. It could be worse.
And as you walk, you look around and you look up. That trail of blood seems to be going across the ceiling now. And as you continue to walk by, you walk straight. That little bit of trail seems to be forming almost a spiral as it coats the inside of the cave. Becoming wider and wider and wider. Kyoji, are you still shaking Minerva?
I'm shaking her, but it gets to the point where I decide to carry her, pick her up.
You go and try and pick her up, and you notice that 2 roots have binded her. One around her ankle and one around her wrist, binding her to this tree. The tree that seems to be looming over you, and just smiling.
I look at the tree with a frown, and seeing as she's being binded, let's see.
Bound works too. Well,
I pick out from my thieves' tools and get out some pliers to get these branches off.
okay.
Interesting.
Getting descriptive there. I like that. I like you to roll me a strength check, but add your proficiency with thieves' tools.
Proficiencies, so that's, let's see. Okay, proficiencies.
Yeah, your proficiency modifier and your strength modifier.
Okay.
Let him figure it out. He's got it. He's a smart boy.
So it's my proficiency bonus and my strength. Okay.
Roll those. Roll that. Tell me what you get.
Okay. $17.
With a 17, you take out your pliers and you go and grip one of the roots, and you begin to try and pull it the best you can. Your pliers don't get a good grip, and this time you begin to tighten them, grip it around tighter, and begin to pull with all of your might. And as you do, you loosen it around her wrist just enough. If you grab around her wrist, you can maybe slip her hand through. Do you wish to try that?
Yes.
Roll me sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand? Okay.
Yes.
$21.
And as you do, you overlay her fingers the best you can and try and slip the hand through. Little tight, but you're able to pop it out. Her wrist will be a little raw, but she'll be fine. Minerva.
Yes.
As you look throughout the area, you look up again. It seems that the ceiling begins to give way, and rocks begin to float into the sky, but there is no sky. They just float straight up until they begin to fade away into the darkness above.
No.
And as you look up, there's a gleaming set of red eyes staring back from up there. At first you assumed you were in somewhere underground, but this can't be real. At least you assume it can't be real. Something's not right. That set of red eyes stares back down towards you, and a little bit of fear takes over of you. You begin to move forward faster. And as you do, another voice plays. Same voice from before.
Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Where are you? You were there. You were right there. You and me both. Come on. Just Where'd you go? Where did you go?
Kyoji. There's only one more route binding her down. Her right ankle.
Okay.
What do you wish to do? This root seems to be thicker than most, as if the tree itself, an average-sized tree trunk for a normal tree. Think a palm tree, because I know you live in Florida. think the base of a palm tree is wrapped around her ankle right now. That's how thickly rimmed this thing is. What do you wish to do?
Okay.
If you need time to think, perfectly fine. But let me know right now. You've got 20 seconds.
Okay.
18.
I'm going to
17,
use my woodcarver
16,
tool. So I'm going to use a saw
19,
to cut into
10,
the tree
9, 8. Okay.
to make sure. And make sure it's close enough, deep enough that I can rip it open.
4, 3, 2 seconds to spare. Okay. Roll me basic 2 proficiency.
Basic tool.
2 proficiency.
So my proficiency bonus. Okay.
Yeah.
$23.
23. The 23, it's going to take you some time, but you can make it there. But you're going to need time. And you may not have that said time.
Come on, Minerva. Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine. Go on.
Okay.
I can wait.
Okay. Come on, Minerva. Wake up. I really need you to wake up. I can't leave you here. Chances are, the group probably moved on. It's for the best. It's cold. I know, but I can't leave you by yourself. Not when you're like this. Come on. Stupid tree. Let my friend go. Okay.
Okay, and as you say that, Minerva, you continue to move forward, but the ground beneath you seems to be giving way. You know this may be the last time you ever see your family. Last time you ever find out what could have happened to them. Do you wish to keep going forward? Because if you keep going at your normal pace, you may not make it. How do you continue to move forward?
I'm going to go ahead and start trying to sprint forward. I have to know. I have to make it. Just
The ground gives way below you. Roll me an acrobatics check.
all right. 22.
22. The rocks begin to give way more and more, leaving the path that you were once walking, becoming crumpled between rock to rock, leaving a few foot gaps between them. You leap from rock to rock, trying to keep pace as what you were going from before. And as you do, you see one thing. Your vision begins to go as you move forward. It begins to fade. As you do, you look forward to see a large woman with red hair, kneeled on the ground, weeping. She's dressed in an ornate clothing, and her skin seems pale, yet half of it is drenched in blood. You look to this woman. It seems that you're laying on the ground. That's your mother, and she's weeping. What do you wish to do?
The first instinct is reach out.
You begin to reach out to the best of your ability, but nothing of you moves. Not a single thing. Not a single thing moves. She begins to just cry into the night. However, same voice that you heard from before plays yet again.
Playing it, I don't hear it this time.
No, I know.
Okay.
I know. I know. You hear the voice for one final time.
Hey, that you? Oh, look at you. You're alive. Could use your help. I know this looks bad. Just take your time. Wait, where are you going?
It seems that she stands up and walks into the darkness away from you. And as she does, she reapproaches with what seems to be your family's greatsword. Well, not greatsword. I'd say it's more of an axe. Approaches it, raises it high into the air, above you. And the last few things that you hear are,
You even hear me? Come back.
and the blade comes down upon you. And your eyes shoot open to see what seems to be your mother holding an axe above your father, cutting him open. His head begins to roll down the cave, to which, as it does, you look towards where the cave is, and all you see is one face. Or, how I say, a face with a set of mouths. I'll post the picture. Kyoji, her leg is free. What do you wish to do?
I move her away from the tree and just like, this time I'm no longer being a bit soft with my voice. Just like, come on. I'm just like tapping on her cheeks, like face. It's just, come on, wake up. I didn't pick her up. Like,
Minerva,
Yes.
as you look into the hole where everything was, the ground that was there before gives way. And as it does, you look over to see one creature, its mouth agape, bigger than almost half of itself, holding a large sword. Its eyes begin to look forward towards your mother, and it consumes her. Her arms spray to the sides. Blood begins to reach towards the ground. She doesn't make a sound. And as it disappears, little bits of blood and saliva begin to drip down from where she was. And the eyes lock onto you. That's what the creature looks like. And that's the last thing you see. You wake up. You're being held by Kyoto.
Ah! Calm down! Calm. Nerva! It's me! It's me. I don't know what you just went through, but it's me. Come on. Come on. I just continued.
What has gone on this session, ladies and gentlemen? Where will this go? I don't know, and neither do you. We'll have to find out next time. The group is split. A duo is left in one place, and the rest of the group begins to go to another. Will they make it in time? What time is it, in fact? You don't know, and neither do they. Guess you have to wait till next time. Goodbye.